Welcome to another episode of What's New at AVAIL. My name is Randall Stevens. I'm going to take a few minutes and walk you through an exciting new feature of AVAIL Desktop 4.6 called palettes. The first thing you need to know is to get your palettes turned on. Currently, the palettes are in preview release, so you'll need to get logged into the Manage portal. And if you head down to the Features tab on the far left and scroll down on the page, you'll see that there is a preview features section, and you should see palettes there, and you have the ability to turn those on. When you're installing AVAIL 4.6, right, if that feature is turned on, anybody with AVAIL 4.6 is going to have access to those. So we would encourage you to get this downloaded on a couple of people's desktops and begin testing and understand that before you roll that feature out to all of your end users. So once you have the palettes feature enabled, if you open AVAIL Desktop and open the left-hand menu, you should see the palettes feature enabled. In short, palettes are designed to allow users to create palettes and ultimately share content with one another. That could help to drive workflows across a specific project workflow. We actually developed this feature really in mind with a customer who was asking how could project managers grab details out of the library, do markup, redlining on those details, and then get those passed back to someone who was going to implement those changes in Revit. So as I'll show you, it's very simple. Every user has the ability to create a palette. When you click on the Create Palette, you have to give your palette a name. So I'm just going to call this Demo Palette, and you can give it a description if you want, but it's as easy as that to create a palette. And it's basically just a blank slate. So one way to think about that is, a palette is a container. It's very similar to a channel in that you can add content to it. What's different with a palette from a channel is that palettes don't let you index new content from outside the system. So you can only add content to a palette that already resides inside of AVAIL, but that can be any content. So if I go back onto the home screen and I go into, say, a Revit library, I can drill into my Revit library. I can go into something like the casework and find a piece of content that I want to share. And if I right click, you'll see a new item called Add to Palette. When you click Add to Palette, you'll see a list of all of your palettes that you've already created or have access to. You also have the ability to create a new palette when you're in this menu. But here's the new demo palette that I just created, so I'm going to select that. And you'll notice that you're ultimately copying, not literally copying the file, but copying an inference to that file onto this palette. So that's all there is to it. If I wanted to go back maybe into another channel, grab a couple of details. So I'll go into my library here, drill into drafting views, and again, I can multi-select, grab some details, right-click, add to palette, copy those onto that palette, and that's all there is to it. Another feature, though, that we've added that's really a companion to this palette feature is the ability to, if I go into a palette, you'll notice over on the right that we have a new plugin lens called PDF Exporter. This is still undergoing some changes, so you may see those being updated. One of the nice things about lenses are that they're server-side web technologies inside of AVAIL. So as we make improvements and changes to that, those will flow through automatically without having to install or update any new software. But the way this workflow is designed to work is that once somebody has brought content into a palette, they have the ability to open up this PDF. Let me go full screen here so that you can see this. But I have the ability now to open up this PDF export window. And if I select a piece of content on the left, you'll notice that it's bringing it onto a sheet. And I have the ability here to create multiple sheets. So if I want to put one item on each sheet, but I can also do things like if I select multiple items, it's going to put those onto a single sheet. The goal here is to get this into a form so that I can export it. We call it a PDF exporter. We're actually also supporting PNG and JPEG export, but the main goal was, can I get this document out into a PDF? So I'm going to call this Project XYZ and save that PDF out. AVAIL will open up that folder so that you can just double click on that PDF, and now you can see that I have this now in a PDF document where I could bring that into Bluebeam or my PDF software of choice for doing markup and redlining on that and pass that back to somebody else. The other feature then of this is that those palettes are a great way to gather a collection of this content, and then if you're in Revit, those palettes now allow you to bulk load that content directly into Revit. So if I open up my Project Navigator window, what you'll notice is that if I could select multiple of these and ultimately download these items. I need to get these downloaded. These were in our new hosting cloud environment. So if I download that content, and now I can select those details, and now right inside of Revit, I can bulk load those into the project.